You just mentioned metrics and indicators, and obviously 1D does the regional scorecard, and we believe at 1D that you can't know where you're going unless you know where you're starting from, and what gets measured gets done. So tell us about the role of metrics and indicators as it relates to Leadership Next, and what are some of those things you're measuring?
Right now, we started with metrics just on, for our first year, really seeing how many people we could engage. And so having kind of an event-based infrastructure, seeing how many people would attend an event, and the events would be something that's a little special, a little more different, like a CEO's Off the Record series, where you have a well-known CEO in the region to have an intimate conversation with 20 or so emerging leaders. And then from that conversation, seeing how many actually got activated into managing or assisting with one of these projects. And we were doing about a 20-30%, I guess, activation rate, which I think is pretty good, because just some people, you don't have the time to invest in meeting on a weekly or a monthly basis above and beyond kind of the more social stuff or the family obligations or the career development obligations. So that's been kind of our first metric. Now we're really taking and using metrics that are way over my head, because I'm a legal person who drafts fine print and not a consultant who does Visio diagrams and pie charts and graphs all day. But we're really focusing on metrics for our high school turnaround efforts, and seeing how, working with some pilot schools on the west side of the city, helping their staff, their administration really find ways to maximize some of the reforms and changes, let's say, suggested by the Agenda for Change. And so that there's a whole series of metrics that are currently being developed and will be tracked to see not only how our members are successful in activating and implementing this change and assisting with this, facilitating this change, but also whether this change is actually ensuring that students are ready to learn, they're prepared to learn, they want to learn, and they have the tools for success, which is, of course, the most important indicator and what directly ties into the 1D education piece.